Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Miss Ruby. Welcome back to Music and Beauty TV. As you can see, my hair is all crimped and curled up, and this is a style that I just did in my hair, so continue to watch if you want to see a brief tutorial on how I did this. This was my very first time, so it's kind of like a first impression video as well as a tutorial. Just so you know, I'm going to be talking for about a minute or a minute and a half longer before I jump into this tutorial, so feel free to skip ahead if you have no interest in me telling you about the items I'm giving away, okay? But before I jump into that, I just wanted to say thank you so much to every single one of you beautiful ladies out there who tweeted about my last video. Like I said, Missy Lynn, she's a very inspirational, very talented beauty vlogger here on YouTube, and she and I happen to be friends, and she moved recently. She gave me a whole bunch of stuff that she had to leave out here in the West Coast, and I wanted to bless some of you guys with those things. So the video was me showing you guys, and actually I'm going to have it somewhere, but the video is me showing you guys what I got from Missy Lynn, and I did include in the comment section of that video in the description that I was going to give away a few items to some people who tweeted about that video. So I just wanted to shout that out really quick. Miracle Haze, if you're watching this video, then you're one of the winners. Yay! So make sure that you, actually I'm going to get in touch with you so I can get your address and stuff so I can send this stuff to you. Miracle Haze, it's miracle_divine on Twitter, alright? And the second winner is Diamond Favors. Diamond, make sure that you get in touch with me or I'll get in touch with you so I can get your address and give you your things as well. Thank you guys so much. I'm looking forward to giving away some more really cool items on my channel. But in the meantime, enjoy this tutorial, okay? God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Getting started, the first few items you're going to need include a flat iron. The hotter your flat iron gets, the quicker your process will be. Just make sure you don't burn your hair off. Be conscious of that. You're also going to need a couple of wooden skewers from your kitchen. You're only going to use one at a time, but whatever. And a comb. So as you can see, or if you don't know, I am wearing a sew-in weave, and this is an example of where my tracks start. So the rest of that is my leave out on top. I wanted to put this style in my hair because I really am looking for something voluminous and really natural and curly looking. So I'm going to get started with this by combing it out and then going through and grabbing a small portion in the front of my head, and this is where I did my first couple of test curls. So like I said, this is like a first impression video / tutorial because my first impression is this. I wrapped the hair around. I did twist as I was wrapping, just so you know, but I'll get into detail with that later on. But I wrapped the hair around the stick, and then I'm going through and I'm pressing the flat iron on it. This is what's sealing the curl in place. But as you can see, the bottom of that is really hard to get wrapped and to stay wrapped. So at the end of this curl, it's very coily, but the end looks all straggly and confused. I didn't like that. I did notice that I was running into that here and there throughout the style, but what I noticed is that the more split your ends are, the more frayed your ends are, the easier they can wrap around, and the tighter they are wrapped around and you are able to actually seal them down with the flat iron, then the more likely your curl will be consistent all the way down to the bottom. Opposite of what happened here. Look at that. That is ridiculous. I actually had to go back in, as you can see, and wrap that around the stick again because I was not having that. But I just recently cut my natural hair, so that's why that was happening there. When I moved on to actually doing some of the extension hair, it was a little bit easier. So now I'm going to move into the back. I recommend that you start in the back because throughout the process of this style, you're going to end up curling the entire head. Then you're going to go back through after it cools, and you're going to separate every single curl. So if you start in the back, then once you get to the top, the bottom pieces will be cooled down and you can begin to separate. So that's what I did. Like I said, you're going to wrap this around the wooden stick and you're going to twist as you wrap. It's something that actually happens kind of naturally, so just try not to fight what's happening naturally. Don't flatten the hair out because then you'll end up with more of like really itty bitty Shirley Temple looking curls, but I wanted spiral curls. That's the look that gives you that sort of natural afro-y look that I was going for. And look at that. So beautiful. I loved how that curl came out. I was so excited at that point. So as you can see, I continued to curl all the way up to the top, and with these curls in the front, this is basically my bang area, I'm wrapping them backwards versus the curls throughout the rest of my head. I was wrapping them forward. The reason for this is just like with any style that I do, whenever I start curling the bangs, I like to curl them away from my head so that I can like push them into my face if I want, but they won't necessarily fall forward. So you see how that's kind of staying stiff and just up there? Had I curled it forward, it would have just been falling in my face, and I didn't want that. So I just continued this process throughout. I ended up going through and doing the other side of my head, and I actually noticed that the curls were a little bit more stiff with the extension hair than they were with my natural hair. Everyone's natural hair is going to contrast different than the extension hair you have in, if you have extension hair in. But as you can see, this tutorial is showing you can do it on natural hair and weave hair. So now I'm going to go in and put a little bit of serum on my hands and rub that through because it's time to separate. Now, like I said, I'm starting in the back at the bottom, and I'm separating each strand or each curl like 2 or 3 times. The more you separate this, the more voluminous the look you're going to achieve. I was in a rush, so I couldn't separate it nearly as much as I wanted to because I had to go, but I tried to get as much done for this video as possible. Another thing you might notice is that quite a few of my ends are straight, and like I said, those are the ends that I wasn't able to wrap fully around. I'm pretty sure if I had more time and I wasn't in such a rush, I could have made it happen, but I was. So you'll see toward the end of the video what it ended up looking like despite the straight ends, and you can determine whether or not you want to put in that extra time yourself. So now I'm going in with the comb, and I'm going to tease. As you can see, it's just a light tease. The more you tease, the more you separate, the more voluminous the look you're going to get. Another thing I did that I didn't show in this video was when I went into the bathroom to check it out, I added some hairspray. So I was separating and teasing a little bit more in the bathroom, and I sprayed like underneath the hair in the teased section so that it would stay sort of lifted. And this is when I was almost done. Like I said, this was prior to me going into the bathroom and prior to me looking at the back of my head and noticing that I really needed to do some more separating so it can blend better. But look at that, isn't it just so pretty? Yes. So this is after I went into the bathroom and did some more separating. Like I said, I get to push those curls into my face without them necessarily falling in my face, and I really loved it. I really loved the turnout of this style, especially considering that I was in a rush. Just so you know, this style is very time consuming. Expect to spend anywhere from 1.5 hours to 2.5 hours getting this look, especially if you want it to be bigger and more voluminous than this, because you're gonna have to separate it more. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you follow me on social media, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos, and share this video with someone if you think that they can benefit from it. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one.